Hello viewers and welcome back to Decidedly Neapolitan. We are out here. Can I bring up my whole map? Yes, I can. A new land. I should update that beacon. This is our base. Base. Well, this whole kind of area is our base, but this is the entrance into our base, and we are over here. I have a cool little tunnel. Maybe it will help you know what's going on if we go into the cool little tunnel first. And I need some ender pearls before I can clean this up. I want to just make it like an elevator up. And then around the corner, it's a walkway that goes all the way back to the base, a straight shot now. And we'll have an elevator there. So this is just a quick way to get over to this area. And what's important about this area is that we are in a rainforest, and we're also in a swamp, and we're also in a river. I'm looking here at the map and waiting for it to upload, refresh. Anyway, somewhere around here we're in a river, and in here, yeah. And up the hill a little more, we're in highlands. And I don't think those are all different environments. They're definitely all different biomes. But for bees you have humidity. I'm wondering, I don't have my beealizer with me, but you have climate and humidity. And so it can be anywhere from cold to hot with steps in between. Hello, creeper. And you can have like wet, normal, or dry. And some bees need it to be a very specific thing. So right now we have the tropical bees going through because this is a rainforest, which isn't quite a jungle, but it matches the stats of a jungle, so they can do their thing. The other thing to note about these guys is this is an ignoble stock, okay? Ignoble means every time there's a 10% chance when this finishes through its little progress bar of it dying. That's not good. But I have enough. I have 3 queens, which will at least each make 2 drones, and I have 6 drones here, and I have a few more drones somewhere else. Could those please stack? I can't be too close to these guys for too long because they have an effect, and their effect is poison. Now, the good thing about poison, really, bRanN, there's a good thing about poison? Yes, the good thing about poison is that poison cannot kill you, but there's really no reason for me to save up these drones because if I remember correctly, these bees actually don't have any stats that I want to save. Stats is an easier word for it, but let's call them, what the game calls them, traits. So the genetic traits of bees are species, lifespan, flower type, effect, production, fertility, tolerance, pollination, territory, day, night, rain, cave. Okay? So tolerance is actually 2 different things. And that means, beealizer, please. Beealizer, please. The species determines what it's going to make. Lifespan determines how long it's going to live. If you want something to make a bunch of drones, you, for example, want a high fertility. The highest we can go is 4. And you want the lifespan to be shorter, or shortest, whatever the shortest one is available. Because then it will die and make a bunch of drones. The reason you'd want a bunch of drones is so that you can run them through the genetic sampler. It's going to take one of these and copy a random trait. So of the 13, and you might get the same dang one 5 times in a row. And for the bee you're looking at, you might only want a very specific one. And it's the only one you want. It's like, luckily, if these come out the other end and they aren't what you want, you can toss them in the furnace and clean them. Now, these particular bees don't have a trait, actually, that I want. But it is important that I introduce you to these traits if you're not familiar, because that's kind of what we're working on. I've gone through some wikis and NEI and a bunch of other stuff to figure out, of these traits, what is the best? What's the worst? Gendistry adds a few bees, which are going to give us some traits that are going to be super awesome, super awesome. So we could take a bee that maybe normally couldn't work in a certain area, and we're going to be able to lay over him some genetics that make it so it can work anywhere, anytime, day or night, rain or underground. Okay, that's what all those are. So it's a simple concept, but the actual entire process is sort of complicated. Just know that right now we're working on what I will call phase 1, where we are trying to get the bees that have the traits that we want and get their genetics so that we can replicate them. There is a machine that will let us duplicate these, and then we can also imprint these with some other machines, which I haven't built because, to be honest, I don't have the materials. So I said all that. Why? What are you telling us this, bRanN? Usually you're telling us something for a reason. And what are those cool silky combs? Well, that's a great question, random viewer that wasn't paid to ask me a specific question. The silky combs can be centrifuged into silky propolis or propolis. It's not guaranteed, though. Is it? Wait, let's look. Hold on. Usage? No, not usage. Yeah, usage. No, that's correct. 80% chance. Yeah, so it's not guaranteed. You get a guaranteed honey drop, 80% chance, silky propolis. I don't know. Let's let that finish. Take these out. Bring this over. Bam. Now these will give you a silk wisp, 60% chance, and a regular propolis, 10%. I should say propolis. I think that sounds better. Anyway, work it. 2. So there was 6 there. The view didn't update, and I got 2. Wonderful. Why? What do I need for these? Well, I need 9 of them. 9 of these make a woven silk, a single woven silk. Why do I care? Why do I want woven silk? Well, woven silk is needed to make the apiarist armor, as well as some other stuff that I don't need. But the apiarist shoes, the apiarist hat, the pants, and the shirt. And then the next question is, hey, bRanN, why do you want those? Well, 2 reasons I can think of at the moment. Reason number 1, it's cool. We are a beekeeper, and that's a bee suit, and that's be awesome. No, beautiful. Yeah, there you go. I want to breed the Ender drone, the Ender princess, the Ender bees. I want to breed the Ender bees. Why? Because they are amazing. They have a trait that I want, and that is lifespan longer. Now, fertility, they can only make 1. So I'm actually going to need to imprint on this, which means if I'm going to imprint some genetics on it, I can also replace the effect, which means I don't actually need the apiarist suit, but I want the apiarist suit. And if modded is about anything, it's about seeing an item you want and the quest line and the fetch quests that it takes to get that item. And that's what we're doing. We are killing 20 direwolves for the 3 that drop their pelts, and it takes 5 pelts to make a large pelt, and it takes 9 large pelts to make a blanket, and we're trying to get 20 blankets so we can donate it to the orphanage so that their kids can make it through the winter without dying, okay? So This is important. We have to do it, and we have to do it right. So I have 1. Okay? And armor, a full set of armor, I believe, takes 24. It might be 25. It might be 23. But so in the time that I was over there, and let's head back over there to go check on them, because that's kind of what I've been doing. So what I've been doing while I'm over here, checking on these guys, grabbing their sweet, delicious, silky combs, and I need to remember to make some more frames to replace these once they're totally falling apart, and they help the production go up slightly. Is I've also been wandering around the area looking for more of these guys. All right, that's what I've been working on, and that's what we're gonna work on, but not that specifically. I mean, in general, bee things, okay? What are we gonna work on today together? Item storage and organization. We're likely not gonna have this finished today, because what I don't like to do is record part of an episode, play for 2 hours, and then record the end. I'm too disconnected from the first half of the episode. I don't know what's going on. I do it sometimes when I have to, but I prefer not to. So what we'll do is we'll get this working, at least, bare minimum, working. And then in between episodes, I can jazz it up as I get free time throughout the week. All right, the first thing we're going to grab is a dolly. Hey, dolly. We're going to put this a little closer. This is going to be our input chest. So maybe like that. And I don't know much about the item ducts and how they work and that sort of thing. But what I do know is that you can take the regular item ducts and use this to pump them full of beautiful glowstone. And then you get these impulse item ducts. Whack, whack. So, we're going to have it go underground. Like that. And because these are barrels, it shouldn't matter how we connect this up. It should just work. Now, is anything disappearing? No, because I don't think we have anything telling it to try to work. So let's get this servo, and we're going to be able to make a better servo, one that's faster. But for now, let's just get this working so we can make sure it's working. I'm going to say we don't need a redstone signal. Is it taking anything? No. And it might not be. No, it should be, because there's nothing in here. Oh, it is working. It's just working slowly. No idea about efficiency of these pipes, or if it's best if you do it a certain way, or if you do it like this, you're just asking for trouble. I think I will have this as my location. He's going to be, I'll get a diamond or a what's it? An iron for the output. Yeah, an iron or a gold, so it's different. But he'll also be 1 block closer, so it'll be more obvious that this is like I didn't have a place to sort this chest. Oh my gosh, I had exactly enough. I think items could potentially be going like this, like this, like that. I don't know how it works. It's probably a bad idea to not pay attention. I do know it's going to go a little slow, though, because this guy can only send 4 at a time. Before I cut away and maybe look some stuff up and say, hey, here's what we should be using. I think I have another servo, reinforced filter. Okay, that's not a servo, that's a filter. Let's look real quick together. So we are using the worst one. Servo, hardened servo, reinforced, singulum, and resonant. Now, we haven't made anything resonant, and we haven't really come close to making any Singulum servos, though that is not that much. Do I have those ingots? I did. I did have some, but I had turned them into a gear. And then it turned out that I didn't need the gear. And I think it's because I was trying to upgrade something. But the thing I was trying to upgrade, I was trying to skip a step. So let's melt this back down into bars. And then let's go ahead and make this guy. Because this one will do a stack at a time. Okay, while we're waiting on that, something that you've probably seen that I completely ignored because I've actually been playing on the server and ignoring it on purpose because I didn't want to check it off camera in case it's something exciting. I sent mail to Kane just to try out the mailbox. And he sent it back. Nice. Let's open our letter. It worked. And of course, everything I read of his, if it's even close to anything in Back to the Future, that's what I imagine. It worked! Oh, gosh.
It worked! It worked!
Are you melted yet? Nice. 4 ingots. And we get ingot cast. I really feel like I should have 4 slots here. Get those down. Do. And then the rest of this recipe is actually going to be really, really easy. It's slowly filling these in with stuff that I don't want in there. But it's working. It tells me it's working. That's good. Hardened glass. And look, we got 2 slots for iron now because I'm a bad person. Okay, so turn the iron to nuggets. Click on here. Click on there. Bam. Nice. 2 of them. Perfect. Now look at this. It should be taking, yeah, tiny bit. Tiny bit. Let's knock that off. Put that there. And by the way, you might have seen it. Not only does it take a full stack, it's got a speed boost 2 times 2, and it extracts from multiple slots. So let's ignore. It doesn't need to do any of that. Nearest first, furthest first, random, round robin, nearest first. It's set to 64. Ignore the redstone signal. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we want. So it's just going. It's doing the closest first. And it's checking. No, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. Boom. It's probably not the most elegant system, but it works, and I made it myself, and I didn't have to consult any star charts. And for me, that's a winning situation. Wow. That's cool. This is so stupid, and I'm so excited about it. You have no idea. Thank you so much for watching, viewers. This has been bRanN. I will see you next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Have a great day. And just when you thought B jokes were beneath me,